It's been more than 5 months since Lexington police say someone shot 27-year-old Douglas DJ Jordan as he walked near downtown. He later died at the hospital. But police still have not made any arrests for what they're calling a random crime. Tonight, Jordan's mother is talking publicly for the first time about her son and her painful wait for answers. WKYT's Monique Blair has the story new at 6.
That was the first time I'd seen him.
December 26th, 1988.
Born the day after Christmas, yeah.
Douglas James Jordan, or DJ, was a Big Blue fan as soon as he was old enough to know what that meant.
There he is with his first football.
You could say he was a helper by nature, one time quite literally giving someone the shoes off of his feet.
And he didn't have shoes to play basketball, so DJ gave him a pair of his shoes. And they played basketball with them. DJ just told him he could have them.
At age 23, DJ left his home in Lewis County and moved to the big city of Lexington to go to college. In the early morning of June 9th, DJ's kindness was shown once again here as he was leaving the tin roof with one of his friends. They were walking back to her house. But first, DJ stopped and gave a homeless man several dollars. That moment would be DJ Jordan's last living act of kindness.
Let's get right to this WKYT breaking news alert this morning. A young man was shot in the head.
Police are calling it a random crime.
They have no motive for the shooting.
The victim is in critical condition.
At 2:49 a.m. while walking on East Maxwell Street, DJ was shot in his head. The girl he was with was the only witness.
She hears a bang, and she describes looking at the suspect, and she says his eyes are wide open as if he's surprised.
Less than 2 days later, DJ died at UK Hospital. Now, more than 5 months later, the shooter has never been identified. Nothing was stolen from DJ or from the girl. Lexington police say they have extensively investigated this crime, and they do not believe DJ was targeted.
Didn't have any enemies, didn't hang around with people that have questionable character.
So who is responsible for this cold-blooded murder? That remains a mystery.
If the person's out there that did it, the heart can change just by confessing.
In the hospital, Carrie and her husband signed off to have 6 of DJ's organs donated, but only 5 were eligible.
That was his number. When he always played ball was number 5.
Maybe it's all a coincidence, but Carrie doesn't think so. The man who now has DJ's heart is 55 years old, and he lives right here in Kentucky.
Yes, his heart stayed in Kentucky. His heart don't belong anywhere else but in Kentucky.
And remember the story about the shoes? Next June, on the 1-year anniversary of her son's death, Carrie hopes to donate 555 brand new shoes to Lexington children who are in need. It's called the No. 5 Blue Shoe Project. Carrie says it would have made her son so happy, and that is what keeps her going.
He gave me the greatest testimony to ever tell.
DJ's family certainly wants justice, and they do believe that day will come. But more than anything, they say they are thankful for the 27 years they did have with this guy who loved being alive.
Bright lights in the big city.
In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
All right, bye y'all. Love you.
DJ's mom told us that many people have asked her about the person who was with him the night he was shot and why she never talked to her. Carrie says she has always wanted to give that person privacy because she assumes she was traumatized by the incident. Police say that person has always been cooperative and has never been considered a suspect.